and welcome. If you're new to my channel, these are my thoughts and opinions. That's also my disclaimer. These are my thoughts and opinions. Please don't sue me. I'm just thinking. And also, I swear, I'm not one of those YouTubers who has the technical know-how to splice things in, and I don't do a lot of research. I look, I view, I take on bits, and so I've been following the Liam Payne thing since the get-go. Right, I have 147 videos in that playlist, and they're not all there. It's not saved them all. Like, I've just gone to look for one now, and it's not on there. So, make of that what you will. And I've said, like, I don't like doing videos on Liam Payne. It's, I don't want to offend anybody. But I've seen a few videos today and I have an opinion. And it's something that I can speak of personally. So I just want this opinion out there. I've put it in a comment on the video that I've just watched. By the way, I'm following Down the Rabbit Hole News, Harsh, Brian Harvey and Sebastian Soto on this. They're the 4 channels that I watch. If you want any of the facts, go to one of those channels. But I've just watched a video on this Diana girl who did an interview on Argentinian news, and Harsh has just shared that, and was it Sebastian Soto who did it? So no, Brian Harvey did it as well. And I want to speak from personal experience on a background matter to that, so that you can look at this Diana girl through my eyes of experience, right? So this is like just a little story time. Come with me on a trip down memory lane from when I was a teenager and early 20s, to be fair, and I used to stalk celebrities, right? And then you tell me if this girl's an actual fan of Liam Payne. So what I was saying in this comment, and I thought I'd do a video on it as well, because comments get lost. It's like, that's just a throwaway comment in somebody else's thing. And I want this opinion known. I want your opinion on whether I've got a point here. You know what I mean? So when I was about 14, I think I was 14, that's the number I've got in my head anyway, 14, 15, oh my God, I look to state them, but that's not why we're here. And I used to be a fangirl. This was my very first fandom, actually. Well, first fandom, the Bay City Rollers, but we won't go into that. The first people I ever went to see was a-ha. And they were playing at the Nottingham Royal Concert Hall, I think. And they were staying in the hotel that was just over the way, right? From the stage doors. You came out the stage doors, went straight into the hotel and whatever. And so we got tickets to go and see a-ha at the night, but we didn't go at the night. We got there for lunchtime, and we stalked their hotel. Now, back in these days, we didn't used to have mobile phones. We had little shitty things that you put a little, and it weren't even them 38mm where I did get one eventually, where you put it in and then you stretch the thing over. No, it was one of them little flat ones, little square light on the front. So it did have a flash, but you had to put in this like cassette. It was like that with 2 round bits at the end, and you put that in the end. And you took your photos, and then you had to wait a fortnight for them to get developed, and then you sat in Brucey Arnes, which is RIP. Oh, RIP Leicester, really. Leicester shit. But yeah, so we went to Brucey Arnes, and we sat there, and I think that was the time we got kicked out. My mate Tracy, but no, not Tracy, it was Lorraine. I went with Lorraine. Anyways, shut up, Kerry Ann. I've done all this several times. It's the a-ha one that I'm going with, right? So I have photographs of this thing because I had a camera, right? I have a photograph of Magna Fura Mags. He's still fine as a bucket now, isn't he? Whew! I have a photograph of him. I chased him down the street, screaming me. Like, literally. I have lived these lives, so I don't have to. Do you know what I mean? I've done many things in my time, and not all of them. No, a lot of them are embarrassing. Yeah, so I chased him down the street, and I got my little camera, and when I got near to him, I clicked the button, and it's a beautiful photograph. Of course it is. He's a beautiful man, right? But I clicked that, and then I went home, and I didn't know for over a week whether that photograph had come out. I think at one point in time we got in the lift. We managed to get up to the level that they were on, and Mags was out. I don't know whether this was before. We were there all day. We were hanging about all day. So I don't know whether this is before or after we'd chased him down the street. And he was playing golf in the hallway with his bodyguard or whatever, hanging about her. And we got a photograph of that. Well, my mate got that photograph, and then I got an extra copy of that photograph. This is what we had to go through to get this. I have a photograph, well, two separate photographs. I have a photograph of where I wrote in black permanent marker, Jegelskidbeg. I know that's not how you fucking pronounce it, but it's how you spell it, which means I believe, please, if I'm wrong, this would be hilarious. I believe means I love you in Norwegian, and obviously I'm half Norwegian. So I'd scrolled this thinking I'm dead clever. Roadie comes out, bottle of teacup, made me teacup it off for the bus. Quite rightly, looking back on it, right, I cannot believe how pathetic I was. But oh my God, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So I've got a photograph, took a photograph, and waited a week to get it back of this bloke holding his fucking jar of teacup and me fucking... No, it can't be, because maybe it's when he's coming for me with the bottle of teacup. I know I had to scrub it off anyway. And I have these photographs of this day, even though it meant going into my bag, taking my phone out, taking my camera out, like taking the shutter off both and whatever, or we'd just be lurking with the camera just in case. That's how I got the one of Paul Wachter, and I probably pronounced his name wrong. Got a photograph of him through a window. I think I'd taken fucking, napkins, tissue ones, like not proper theft from the hotel, souvenirs, all this kind of stuff. So my point is, this girl here is going on saying, yeah, I was one of the last ones to ever see him alive. And and he was talking to it. And you do not have a photograph. You don't have a photograph of that, no. Now, this girl, if she was a proper fan, she'd have shit tons of photos. She'd see him coming out of the bloody lift, and she'd be videoing that through the window. Trust me, I know, I'm a fangirl by nature. Do you know what I mean? And I still would be if you got me anywhere near BTS, mate. I'd be taking photographs and oh my God, I got Jimmy's finger. Do you know what I mean? I would be that's what fandom does to you. And this girl's there and she's not got a single photograph of him. No. So I'm sorry, but I had to come out and have my say on that from somebody who has natural fandom in my bones, right? I did this. Like, I used to follow a band, don't know if you've heard of them, called Dan Jericho. Them are mate, proper skits. The amount of times that I've sat on stage door cold steps, mate, I am surprised I'm not riddled with piles. I have done that. And I remember once when I went to see Dan Jericho, and we did stalk their hotel once, hung around, but they knew us by then, so they said hello when they saw us and stuff. Otherwise, it could look a bit creepy. These teenage girls just sat there, just waiting, but oh my God, it's you! I don't know. But yeah, once we, before they were like mega famous, as famous as they got, we went down to Peterborough. I want to say Peterborough, and they were doing this gig called Lazy Sunday Afternoon or something. I think it's for apartheid or anti-apartheid. I don't know which one it is called. But, you know, it was against the baddies. It was goodies against the baddies type concert, open air, right? We'd gone down the day before. We ended up sleeping in the caravan, me and my mate, right? I can't remember. I think it was Annie, sorry. And I think, yeah, it was. And we camped out in this caravan behind the stage in the end. But we'd gone there with absolutely no intention. We got no plans for the night time. Somebody kindly let us sleep in a caravan because literally we'd spent all night. They'd gone to this nightclub in Peterborough, and we'd stood there in the pissing down of rain, like literally. Oh, I have photographs of my hair from the day after, and it was just, oh my God. Like literally, oh no, oh. But I took a photograph of that. I got a photograph of the lead singer's girlfriend. Me and the lead singer's girlfriend, mate. It's like, and this again was before phones existed. Mobile phones anyway. We had home phones back then, but this was before mobile phones existed. Now, after I wrote this comment, walked away, went back to Facebook and just scrolled, and I was like, oh, you could do a video on this, cousin. It's like, yeah, don't. And then it's just been bubbling up inside me, you know, because this is a personal, as a fangirl, I am personally affronted by this girl shit fangirling, if that girl's a legit fangirl. Like, how do you hang about outside a effing hotel from 9:30 in the morning, and when he comes down at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you don't even take a photograph of him? You have a conversation with him. You don't even get a fucking selfie. What? So no, you know, she's either the shittest fangirl that's ever been. But oh yes, I went back to Facebook. Sorry, also a tangent. Went back to Facebook, and I wasn't planning to do a video. Sorry, I've had a bit of a smoke. I do apologise. But like I said, I wasn't planning to do a video. This has just completely blindsided me. Went back to Facebook. I remembered that. And there was a video on there of BTS, right? Massive BTS fan. I am Army, me. Or hey, sorry. And there was a video of BTS doing Boy With Love on some street. Now, they're all, half of them, just over half of them, are in the military at the minute. So why this video came up on my wall, I don't bloody know, because I've not been looking for BTS lately. But they're on this street. Some could be a New Year's Eve thing, so they've played it because of New Year's Eve. That makes sense because it's only the 2nd, and it could be days old because Facebook does that. And literally all of these girls are there screaming. Every single one of them has a phone in their hand. One of them, like, she's got it down a bit. But they're all like this, filming it, looking at them with their own eyes, filming it. Now, if I'd have had that technology back when I was stalking then Jericho, mate, woo! And the time that I stalked her, was there anybody else? I think I was a bugger for then Jericho. Bugger. Absolute fucking bugger. But I have my reasons. I got away with it the first time. We won't go into. Maybe one day I'll tell that story too. But yeah, like, if I'd have had a camera, if I'd have had a recording device in my hand, I've got photographs of these men, multiple photographs of these men, you know, and if I'd have had a recording device, I'd have had hours of footage of these men just to say, I was in their presence, look. And this girl goes on the news TV and she's not like, I know it's awful because, you know, and it's really bad, but there'd have been something in her face apart from anything else. I've not watched too much of it. I've just listened, which is great because it's translations and whatever. But no, you can't just sit there and go like, yeah, I was one of the last ones to say. And let's not forget the fact that what she's saying happened directly contradicts somebody else who says that she says he only came down at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Some other dude says he was up and down all day, getting progressively worse. Tell me what. Let's add that, the third thing of the one things with Liam Payne. Oh my God, it stinks. And that's why well, the fact that I have personal proof to say, I can say from fact, fangirls, people who go out of their way to see their idol, document every fucking thing. And she don't even have a photograph. And she would have to share those photographs. And that's like on the comment I put, she'd have to, right? Not that they'd force her. That's what I mean by this. So anybody who reads that comment, if you ever come across it, that's what I mean. She'd have to. She'd feel that compulsion. Yeah, I was there. It was me. It was me. And apparently she's gone missing now. Oh, and also don't forget that right at the beginning, Brian Paez, his thing said waiter and actor. Don't forget the little bits, mate. Don't get pulled in by what they're trying to tell us happened, because it's not what happened. I'm telling you for now. And there's people lying right now. Don't believe it. I hope that but there's something new about me now. I used to be a celebrity stalker. Quite good at it as well, to be fair. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm calling her out. Diana, whoever you are, wherever you've gone, I'm calling out that girl as bullshit. If you've stayed to the end, I owe you a bevy. Thank you for sitting with me while I look like shit. Thank you for being there. Please come back and never forget that I love you all and we will get justice for you later.